Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the vlog. I was getting ready for the day and thought we could sit down, do a little chit chat video because I haven't done one of these since the beginning of my pregnancy. And now that I am getting close to the end, I think I'm in denial that I'm in the third trimester and literally this baby could come anytime now. Yeah, I thought we could sit down, do a little catch up, and also share names I love but won't be using. I did not think I was going to film one of these because I didn't think I had that many names, but I made a little list and I think it's worth just sharing if anybody else is pregnant. I've gotten quite a few messages on Instagram of people who are like, can you please share boy names because I'm pregnant and we cannot decide. Just did my makeup for the day and I'm partnering with Mary Kay on today's video. So thank you so much to them for sponsoring this portion of today's video. They are such a nostalgic brand. Like I remember growing up, I had so many women in my life who sold Mary Kay. So to be able to work with them now and use some of their products, and they've been around for so long, is just so cool. I am someone who likes a very natural makeup look. I just like to enhance my features and still look like myself. I like makeup products that have skincare benefits, especially if I'm going to put something under my eyes. I always want a concealer that has some sort of skincare benefits. This has vitamin E and glycerin. It does not clump or look cakey under the eyes, so it's really nice. But if you have a darker skin complexion than I do and you need something to color correct the dark circles under your eyes more than a concealer, they do have an under eye corrector and it comes in 2 shades. This is the light peach, just to show you guys what it looks like. Obviously, this is too dark for my skin tone, and I lean more towards concealers, but this has the same skincare benefits and licorice extract. And I feel like I said, if you're going to put anything under your eyes, you definitely need it to have skincare benefits. So it soaks into the skin. Also, this is the first concealer I've owned that is in a little squeeze tube like this, but I will say I really like it because you can apply it so many different ways. You can do it with your fingers, you can do it with a little brush. I applied it on with the brush and then dabbed it out with the beauty blender. I usually do that with all of my products. So I'll link the multi-benefit concealer as well as the under eye corrector and both of these brushes. But thank you so much to Mary Kay for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Like I said, they are such a nostalgic brand, and you could shop from an independent consultant or on marykay.com. So I will leave those links in the description box. Getting into names I love but won't be using, I'm just going to talk about little boy names because, to be honest, there's only one girl name that I like that, inshallah, if we have a girl one day, I hope to use that. So I can't really make a video on girl names, but we'll do this and then we'll get into the pregnancy update because I feel like most of you are probably here for this anyways. Now, me being half Arab, not speaking Arabic, obviously I am going to lean more towards westernized, modern Arab American names. I, of course, want something to have a good meaning, but I want it to be easy for me to pronounce, obviously because I don't speak Arabic. And although I can try my best to pronounce things with an Arab accent, it doesn't come natural to me. So please keep that in mind when you hear this list of names. But the first one is Ilyas, and I feel like that is such a beautiful name that is popular. I know a few moms who have named their sons Ilyas, and I feel like in English or an American pronunciation for that would be Elias. And I actually really like that pronunciation as well, but I wouldn't use this name just because I know too many people with this name, and I don't know if Mohammed likes it, to be honest. It's funny because Mohammed and I don't really agree on the names that we like, so that was why I think we both just didn't have the biggest list of names. These are names that I personally like, and he likes a few of these. The next one is also an E name, Ilian. I just really like that name. I don't really know what the meaning of it is, but I think it's more of an Arab influence. Ilian, Elian. And I don't know how you would technically pronounce that in how an American would pronounce that, but I feel like Ilian is easy to say. The next one, Amir. I love this name. I think it's really elegant and masculine, and I think it sounds really good with Muhammad's last name, Al-Hamida. Amir Al-Hamida. We thought about this for a split second, but we thought about it after we thought of the name that we're using. So we just never went back to this. The next one, Rami. I really liked this name. Mohammed, not so much. I think if you know someone with that name, then you just associate that name with that person. I don't have a Rami in my life, but I think he maybe knows a few. So for me, I feel like that's a nice masculine name. I don't know if these names have a theme, but I feel like I like strong, elegant, but masculine fun short names. So Rami. The next one, Idris. I really like that name. It's a prophet's name. Also, don't know anyone with this name. Not in my life anyway. The next one, Aydin. I think of Sex and the City when I think of this name, but I really like that name. Aydin. The next two names, Mohammed does not like. These are names that I like that we would, I know, never use because he doesn't like them. Noah, which is, I feel like it's been a really popular name. I remember when Lena was a labor and delivery nurse, a lot of people were naming their kids Noah. So that was like popular for a while. Yeah, I really like that name. I think it's elegant. The next one, Liam, Liam. I don't know an Arab named Liam, but I really like that name. Like I said, I maybe lean more towards westernized names, but that's a name I like, but Mohammed would never be on board for that. So, and this last name is a name that Mohammed and I were set on for a few years. Like this was going to be the name of our son. And I don't know if it's just around us that it got popular, but I know quite a few people that named their son this. And we were even set on it when I found out I was pregnant with a boy, but we told some of our family and they did not like the name and it kind of ruined it for me personally. So if you're set on a name, obviously don't tell anyone, but the name is Dean, but we would spell it Deen. And another thing, like Dean, if you're naming for like the meaning of the name, Dean in Arabic just means religion. So there's not really like a deep meaning to that name, I guess you could say. So that was another reason why we kind of steered away from using that. A lot of people don't just name their son Dean. It's usually like something Dean. And I just wanted to use Dean. And I don't know, it just didn't seem right after so many people had like their opinions on it. So we steered away from using that. But that's my list of boy names that I really like. Maybe if I have another son, inshallah, like down the line, I will use one of these names because those are pretty much all the names I like. But yeah, that is it. And if anybody is pregnant, I hope this helps you find a name. But also, I would love to know what you guys think the name that we're using is. So just comment down below. I think it'll be fun to read. And also, if you have any names for other people that are trying to figure out a name for their little boy, comment them down below so everybody can read through them. I thought it would be fun to share some advice I would give myself now that I am almost at the end of this pregnancy that I would tell myself at the beginning, or things I wish I would have done differently. But I just have to say, like, alhamdulillah, I am so blessed that this pregnancy, for the most part, has been such like a smooth and easy, I don't want to say easy because honestly like hasn't been easy. No pregnancy I'm sure is easy, but I'm just thankful for my health and thankful that I was able to get pregnant. And I've just tried to like remain so positive through this experience and like really soak in every like part of this. And now that I am getting towards the end, I am like, my hormones are just everywhere and I've definitely been more emotional than I was in the beginning. I think maybe I'm making up for it a little bit now because the beginning, like I really felt mostly like myself other than like the first trimester, you know? But some things that I would maybe do a little bit differently, I would say I would take my baby moon earlier because I was I think I was like 30 weeks and it was just hard. It's hard traveling on a plane when you're bigger and the baby's moving so much. I was like up and down a lot just to get comfortable, kind of up and down the aisles. You know, you have to bring like a lot of stuff with you to feel your best, like a fan and like compression socks. I mean, all those things I would probably bring no matter how pregnant I was. But I think if my bump was a little bit smaller, I would be more comfortable. So I would say I wish I would have traveled for my baby moon in my early second trimester. That would be, or like beginning of the second trimester, because that's like the honeymoon stage of being pregnant. One thing I really wish I would have done is start prepping earlier so I can relax right now. Because I feel like a lot of people say, you know, your third trimester is like where you should be winding down. And I feel like I'm speeding up because I'm trying to like do everything. I'm trying to prep the nursery, which you guys have seen. I'm trying to make sure I have all the things, learn how to use all the things, all the like nesting things, like cleaning around the house and all of these things that truthfully I'm doing for myself because I know that a newborn baby truly does not need anything. Like they are so low maintenance. They don't need all these crazy things that I've like added to my registry and all of these fun things that I'm doing as a first time mom. So if you just keep that in mind, like you don't need to do all of this, but I think it's just part of the like nesting phase. I wish I was able to like relax more right now. There's just like so much around the house that I want to do still. So yeah, I wish I would have just started nesting earlier so that I was winding down now because my body's definitely feeling it. My back's hurting. I'm starting to like be a little crampy. I'm just like feel like he's getting kind of low and I'm like, oh, this is getting real and I've got a lot to do. So I wish I would have started prepping the nursery and like nesting earlier. And then the last thing is I wish I would have had my baby shower earlier. So my baby shower I'm so excited for is this coming weekend. Lena and Lauren have been planning it for months and they will not tell me a single thing. Like the only thing I know is the colors. And the only reason I know that is because it was on the invitation. It's not like they were like, okay, these are the colors. It was just like on the invitation for things, for colors for people to wear. So that's the only reason I know the colors. But I'm so excited because me and Lauren years ago had so much fun planning baby shower for Elena and we did the same thing for her. Like we planned everything. She didn't know anything until she like walked in and saw it. So it's really special that now they're getting to do that for me. So I'm so excited. But I'm traveling down for that this coming weekend and I'm going to be 35 weeks. And it's just a lot to think about. Like, I got to go down there and being on my feet. So I wish that I would have done it a little bit earlier just so I felt better. But honestly, that's it. I'm just as excited and really excited for this weekend. So all in all, that is what's been going on over here. Once I come back from the baby shower, I'll be going to the doctor every week, which is crazy. Like a lot of people told me, you know, your third trimester goes by so slow, but I personally feel like it's going by so fast. We've started talking about kind of a birth plan, which I don't know if I'll get into that much because truthfully, like I want to do whatever will bring this baby into the world safely, inshallah. So whatever needs to be done. And I think I'm speaking out of like delusion because I don't like, I've never done this before. So, not delusion, like, what's the word? I'm like naive to the situation, obviously. So, I'm hoping for the best, like, literally just praying that Allah will guide me through this. When we get back from the baby moon, we're scheduling a hospital tour, which they recommend you do in your third trimester. I guess mainly for first time moms so that you can see where you're going and kind of like see everything for the first time so you're not seeing it for the first time when you're giving birth. But one thing that makes me feel good is with Mohammed's work, he goes to like all the hospitals around the city. So he knows exactly where we're going. So I'm like, okay, as long as you know, you can take me there, then I'm good. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little catch up and definitely comment down below any names that you love that you think anybody else should use. And thank you so much to Mary Kay for sponsoring this video and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.